Stay true to the game. Don't stop the hustle. 10 toes down, baby, every day.
Drink electrolytes.
What?
It's hot outside, man. Hydrate, baby.
So, look,
Electrolytes, man. It's hot. Hydrate.
I'm Brett Reeves.
And I'm Juan Reeves.
We're second-generation restaurant owners carrying on our father's legacy.
We've been on a number of TV shows from Good Morning America to Guy's Grocery Games.
And now we're starting our own podcast.
Some people say that he's a handsome guy, even so much so he's pretty.
This dude is definitely funny.
Together, that makes us pretty funny.
What's up, y'all? What's up? This is another episode of the Pretty Funny Podcast. I'm Brent Reeves.
I'm Juan Reeves.
And we're just super happy to be here. And Juan, we've got a phenomenal guest today.
Yeah, so we've got
Phenomenal guest.
it's kind of feel like we have royalty.
No, it's definitely royalty.
I'm
No, it's
serious.
definitely royalty.
Because this is you gotta realize.
Ned's royalty, yeah.
In the cookie world,
Right.
there's you've got a lot of folks in this.
100%.
They're playing this field.
Right.
And in Dallas,
But the cream.
there's like a king and queen of cookies here in Dallas.
Yes.
And I've got a lot of questions because
Yeah,
I know that the queen is from the Metroplex.
that's true.
Yeah.
But the king is not.
Right.
So we got to find out how that worked out. Like
Okay.
how she won
Yes.
the territorial decisions.
Ooh.
But before we get started, I want to tell you about this organization,
Yeah.
the Cookie Society.
Yes.
Since 2018 has taken Dallas by storm.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they've defied all the odds. They opened their first storefront in 2020. I think we met these guys in 2019 doing a panel
Yeah.
for Intuit. And guess what? They've also had some pretty amazing things happen to them.
Yeah.
So since they started, they opened the doors. They've been one of Oprah's favorite things.
Yep.
They've been on all the major local networks.
Yep.
Good Morning America, Dallas Morning News, every magazine you can think of, Rachel Ray, Bake Magazine, D Magazine. They've been in all those.
Yep.
And now they're coming to the Pretty Funny Podcast. They were even on the ESPN in an NBA Finals Black Business deal. So
Phenomenal.
we'd like to hear more about that. Saturday morning CBS.
Yes.
They've done it all. But what they've done now after today,
Yeah.
they will say they've done the Pretty Funny Podcast. So welcome to the Pretty Funny Podcast. None other than the king of cookies
Yes.
and the Cookie Society.
Yes.
Mr. Jeff Allen.
Jeff Allen.
Man.
Yeah.
That's a heck of an intro.
Hey,
Hey, and this might be the biggest one of them all.
Hey.
listen.
Seriously, man. I
Hey.
appreciate you guys having
It's the
me.
truth, man. It's the truth.
We speak truth.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what I do. I'm a truth speaker. That's
You
what
are.
I like to say.
You are. I tell you what, though. You mentioned it's a lot. Their resume is beautiful.
But what's crazy about it is
Yeah.
it happened so quickly.
Yeah.
So that's
Yes.
some supernatural God ordained type stuff happening.
Right?
Man. You don't start a business in 2018 and in 2020 have a pandemic and open a store because it's
Right.
because you got to.
Right.
They needed to open that.
Yeah.
Had to do it.
They had to do it.
How did you feel? Just first of all, the idea, because again, look, we've been in the restaurant business a long time. This is a very crazy business.
It is.
Why in the world?
Hold on.
Yeah.
He's not just in the business. They're in a niche. Or
Yes.
niche
Yeah.
business, really.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of people in their world, but that's a very specific
Right.
little environment. And the communities, I don't know how well you guys know each other. And I'd be curious to know, are you friends with any of the competitors?
Yeah, I mean, it's room out there for everybody.
Yeah.
Oh, there's
and
definitely-
we are friends with some people that are in the same industry, in the dessert industry.
Yeah.
And then we have a friend in Seattle that owns a cookie company as well.
Okay.
We bounce
Cool.
ideas off one another. But yeah, it's a niche industry. And when we were thinking about it back in 2017, actually, we were
Oh,
we
wow.
were in New York, and we stood in line in Levain Bakery. It's a famous bakery.
Wow.
And we stood in line for 45 minutes, and I had no background on it. I didn't know what I was going to see, didn't expect anything. Got up there, it was 4 cookies and a croissant.
That's it.
And
That's
I
all
ju-
they sold?
That's all they had. That's it. It was like a chocolate cookie, a chocolate chip, an oatmeal raisin, and something else.
So were they 45 minutes in line amazing?
Yes. They
Oh,
were.
wow.
They were.
wow.
So when my initial thought was like, I waited this long just for cookies. This is crazy.
That was my initial thought. Listen,
Purchased the cookies. We stepped outside. We were right by Central Park. Sat down on a bench. I took a bite and I was like, wow, I never had anything like this.
Wow.
Not just a cookie, like a dessert like this.
Seriously.
And that's what got the wheels turning, but not on the business aspect of things. Just
Hey,
I
man,
want to
can
get
we
this,
make some cookies?
can I get this at home? So
Yeah.
I ordered them from them. I shipped them like $120 for 6 cookies. I was like, I can't keep doing this. This is crazy.
Oh, that is not
This
a
is-
good
So,
deal.
Yeah.
like, when you got the cookies, when they show up
$20 a cookie.
at that rate, are you like, y'all sharing these? Each person gets 3. You cutting them? Like, I can
Oh, no,
only
that
have
was-
like a half every other day? Or?
That was
good
all, that
questions.
was all me, man.
Come on. Yeah.
I did my best to share, but I'm probably eating a cookie every
Yeah.
hour.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I
Every single
understand.
hour I'm going through them, and I'm like, man, this is an expensive habit. I can't keep this up.
It's like, man, it's like drugs or cookies.
Hey, sounds like it was both. Them cookies are a drug, Jack.
No doubt.
Golly.
Wow.
$20 a cookie, brother.
So I had read that you guys that had been in New York and tried these cookies.
Yeah.
But I didn't realize that's like, but they lived up to the hype to the
They-
point
they
that you were
lived up
like,
to the
man,
hype.
I gotta relive this.
Yeah, and my wife, at the time, she was a food blogger. So this
Okay.
is before
Okay.
influencing really was a thing on social media.
Okay.
She had a website, and she was sharing recipes and doing recipe development for different companies. So she had the skill,
Got it.
and I just was messing with her like, you can't make anything like this. You can't.
Really?
So
just
you
want her to do it.
challenged her.
Yeah, just want her to do it for me at home. I didn't want to start a business.
Really?
And she made them. And I was like, wow, this is amazing. It was a chocolate chip cookie first. And I was blown away. I was like, yo, this might be the best chocolate chip cookie I've ever had.
Oh
Right.
wow.
And at the time, there was a company in Houston called Tiny's Milk and Cookies who had the best chocolate chip cookie I'd
I've
ever
never
had.
been there, though.
They're amazing.
Okay.
Tiny's milk and cookies.
Tiny's Milk and Cookies.
That's
Wow.
hilarious.
And I'm like, yo, this is pretty close, pretty close to what they do. This is amazing. And then she made a banana pudding cookie the following week.
Yeah.
And
What
I
made
looked,
her go from chocolate chip? She didn't go like traditional. Oh, let's make an oatmeal raisin. Or she went from chocolate chip to banana
She
cookie.
was just pushing the
Banana pudding.
envelope. She was like,
Yeah.
hey, how can I make this into a cookie? And at the time, no one was making like fun, innovative flavors like that. We looked online. I was like, yo, I don't think this exists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think it exists. It's amazing. So I started taking them in the locker room, giving them to anybody can give them to.
Yeah.
And everybody said, yo, this is the best cookie I've ever had.
So the guys did they start buying them
They
from
started
y'all?
buying them like around holiday season. They're like,
So
hey,
she just started making
selling
cookies and
out the
selling them.
house, out the house. Yeah.
Wow.
We had our kitchen in Houston, and that's how the idea of the business came about. It wasn't anything that we tried to push. It was just organic.
It wasn't one of those things where you went out and did research and
Yeah,
said, "What I'm gonna at some point not be an NFL player, so I've got to find a business." It was one of those
Yeah,
things.
it was a
that-
combination of things, man. It's just our background. Like we both went to School of Business in Illinois.
Okay.
And I knew at some point my career would be over. NFL
Right.
stands for not for long. If I played a long time, I was done
Right.
at 30.
yeah.
Oh,
So
wow.
I knew
Yeah.
when I was done, I had to do something else. And
Yeah.
we were looking at franchising different things.
Okay.
And I was like, you know what, let's do our own thing because you got something special here with the cookies.
Mm-hmm,
Not knowing what to expect from the business side of it.
Yeah.
But at the time in 2018, when we started thinking about it, I was like, let's create a market within a market. Cookies have always existed, but
Right.
let's do it in a way that hadn't been done before.
Mm.
And we're researching. There weren't many cookie companies around
No.
At that time.
at
yeah.
that time on
Right.
the gourmet side of things.
Right.
Crumbl started around the same time that we did.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
really?
Okay.
Interesting.
Got it.
They just expanded really fast on the franchise side of it.
I gotta tell you, I'm not a fan.
Okay.
I don't get it.
I've never had it, so
I just don't get
they
it.
just built one next door to my Central Market,
Yeah,
and I did say it's my Central Market.
you did because it is yours.
It's mine.
It is yours.
So they built one next door, and I've watched them go through the process. They don't have lines out the door right now,
right.
and I've had a couple of evenings where I could go over there and grab some,
Yeah.
and I've not done it yet. I just haven't been compelled because my son, who is our cookie expert,
Yeah.
he's like, I've had them, Dad. They're all right. If someone gave them to him, he'd eat them, but he's not hunting them.
Yeah.
Now, he goes to the dentist in Little Elm. And I bring that up because
Is he ever close?
it's so far away, but my wife went to undergrad with his dentist.
Right.
And you've met Mark.
Yeah.
And so she's a wonderful person supporting small businesses. Even though she's a dentist, a doctor, it's still a small business. She's black, so it's like, hey, we're hitting all these parts. But what happens as soon as he leaves the dentist?
Mm-hmm.
What do we pass by?
Mm-hmm.
Cookie Society.
Yes, sir.
Where are we stopping?
Yes, sir.
Cookie Society.
Yes, sir.
The text message is, what do you want?
Yes.
Because it's like That's his favorite.
Yeah.
So when he told me that he wasn't that crazy about the crumbles, I'll eventually try it. I'm sure.
I mean, it's not bad. I'm not knocking, but I don't like. A friend of mine was like, "You gotta go," and then they opened up one like around the corner from my house. So we got one. I was like, okay, well, I'm good.
Yeah, I mean they're literally like
I'm
7
good.
minutes from my house, and I still haven't tried it.
Right.
I go to
That's
supermarket
loyalty.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm about to question you now. He's like, I got Cookie Society. I'm not trying anybody else. That's what I'm talking about.
That's what you need.
That's what I need. I need loyalty. Juan, appreciate you,
So
bro.
here's the thing. I will say this. I will try other people's stuff, but as soon as I've tried it, it's like
Always comparison.
it's my litmus test.
Right, absolutely.
Where are we in the playing field with Cookie Society? That's kind of how you have to look at it.
Right.
Yeah.
So I've got a question for you.
Okay.
All right. So I know you played at Illinois. A lot of people who are listening to this may not know that Marissa was also a college athlete.
Yes, she
Yeah.
was.
She was a soccer player.
Right.
Interesting to read that her favorite athlete growing up was Thierry Henry,
Wow.
which he's
not many folks.
French soccer player.
Yeah.
He actually played a
that's
little.
culture.
He ended his
That's culture
He
there.
ended his career in the U.S., so
Yeah.
some people may be familiar with him. But so how did you guys met in school?
We met in college. We met at the University of Illinois. I was, I'll tell you the story.
Yeah,
Come
that's-
on,
that's
where
where
you-
I'm going, man.
And I'm going to tell her the way I want to tell her.
Yeah,
not
she
here.
ain't here. Yeah, look here.
Hey,
Perfect.
you with the fellas,
Right.
right?
So-
Just
so
tell
the
her how
And
you
this is
tell
when
the
she
fellas.
fell in love with me.
This
No,
is she fell in love with me. For real, you know?
Speak your truth.
The first
She
time
saw me in the
I
locker room.
ever met her. So at the University of Illinois, we shared a training room with other sports.
Okay.
Women's soccer was one of them.
Okay.
I was in there. I was rarely hurt in college, but I was in there early one morning, like 6 a.m., rehabbing my hip. And I had my headphones on, and she came in all bubbly and cheery, talking to everybody, same way she is now.
Yep,
saying
right,
hi, and then she came up and said something to me like, hey, how's it going? And I was like, 6 a.m. I'm already in a bad mood because I'm hurt, and I just hit her with a head nod. And then once I came to my senses and woke up, I was like, man, she was beautiful, man. I was like, I'm tripping.
Right.
So
I'm tripping. I didn't get her name or anything. So fast forward like 2 months later, I was out and I saw her. I was like, oh, that's that girl from the training room.
Right.
So I went up to her. I was like, hey, how's it going? You know,
Yeah.
my name's Jeff. I didn't get your name that day.
Yeah.
I'd love to take you out on a date one day.
Oh, man.
Jeff with the game. Jeff with the
I was,
game.
I was real smooth with it too.
Yeah.
Man,
And
no
she
hesitation. You just walked up, and that's how you start the
walked
conversation.
Up, start the conversation.
What?
smooth with
Now,
it.
let me ask you
And,
this: did she remember you from the gym?
She did. She did. She definitely remembered me. She hit me with the, you football players are all the same. Get out of here.
No, she did not.
Promise you.
Straight up.
Straight up. That's what she hit me with. I was like, oh, okay, I took it. Took it on the chin.
Yeah.
Walked away.
You shot your shot.
Literally like 2 days later, I get a friend request on Facebook.
Okay.
And this is before, like, sliding in the DMs was a thing.
Right.
So she knows me. She knows my name. She sends me a friend request. Okay, she might be interested.
Okay.
So she put up a status or something about how I think it's weird now that people don't really ask for numbers anymore. They ask for your Facebook.
Oh,
And I was like, wow, that's crazy. What's your
Wow.
number? Wow, that's crazy. And
That's crazy. What's your number, girl?
and I ended up getting her number and started a conversation, started talking, and then we went on a date and we've been dating ever since.
Oh wow.
Man, you hear what he said? Been dating,
Dating
ever
ever since.
You know what
I
I'm saying?
like that. You got to keep it.
Listen,
You don't stop dating.
listen, y'all.
That was
Did you hear that?
free,
That's free
pro
wisdom.
tip marriage advice
Free
right there.
game.
That's free right there.
Don't stop dating.
Never.
Just because you're married.
Ever.
You're still dating if you're doing it right.
That's right.
Yep.
He gonna charge you for the cookies. The wisdom was free. You hear what I'm saying? Listen. So then after y'all got together. So when did y'all get married? We're like,
We got married in 2014. We met in 2010.
Oh, wow.
Okay,
We
yeah.
were together for 4 years.
Nice.
Got married in 2014.
yeah,
Had our first kid shortly after in 2015. We went to
Nice.
work, man.
Yeah.
Next kid.
yeah.
Obviously, I got drafted. She was a year younger than me, so she
Okay.
was finishing up her degree my rookie season.
Okay.
My entire rookie year, I was like, man, I miss this girl so much.
Oh wow.
I was like, man, this is crazy. I'm like, I had the world in my hand, but
Yeah.
all I could do was think about her, and I was like, this is the one.
Oh,
Boy,
wow. There it is.
Say, man.
See that, fellas? When you have the one,
Yes.
don't fool around with it.
Don't play around.
Don't play
Yeah,
games.
don't
Don't
play around.
don't. You don't have to keep looking.
Right.
You just got to know.
Cash out.
Yeah.
What?
Man, that's a
That's
beautiful. That's a
awesome.
beautiful
Yeah,
story.
appreciate it.
That's a
Man.
beautiful story. Well, So now, did you know? And this is what we were going to ask her, but I'm going to ask you. Did you know that her dream job was to be CEO of Nike?
Yeah, I mean, she's a boss. She's a, like
I like it.
boss lady right
Yeah.
there. But yeah, she's always had that, and that's why I appreciate it so much because, you know, during my time in my career, she put all that on the back burner.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
She
Yeah.
stayed at home. She was mom.
Wow.
Great wife. Never complained about it. And,
Wow.
and played her role and did her part. And that's what it is. It's teamwork.
It's a teamwork, yeah.
It's teamwork, right? And those roles changed a little bit when I retired. I was like,
Yeah.
okay, now it's your time, you know, to live out your dream because you allowed me to live mine and gave me the opportunity to do it freely and not
Yeah.
have the stress of the things you had to deal with at home. And
Yeah.
I started doing the stuff at home. I was like, man, I want to go back and play football.
Yeah.
I feel you, Tom Brady. Man,
Tom,
it's tough.
you need me to do what? Laundry.
No, pass on that.
I gotta drop him off at 9 o'clock and then pick him
What?
back up at
Oh
2.
man.
This is wild.
What's wrong with your summer camps?
How long did you play?
I played for 9 years.
So 9 years.
9 years.
That's a complete culture shock for you to go back home.
It is.
That is like, how long did that take to get adjusted?
Man, I'm still adjusting right
Okay.
now. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I've been done for 3 years now, and I'm still
You're
adjusting.
still
Wow.
So let me ask you this. So you're from Illinois.
Yes, I'm from
She's
Chicago.
from here.
Yeah.
You go to school there.
Mhm.
So did you guys end up here because she's the boss, like you just
No,
said? Or
no,
how did that
no.
work out?
No, we are happy spouse, happy house. You know,
Nice.
That's how we do
Nice.
things.
Us too.
But it just made sense from a dynamic standpoint.
I mean, but y'all, did you research it?
we
or-
we researched. So
Okay.
I was drafted by Kansas City by the Chiefs.
Right.
Okay.
Majority of my career, I played there. We loved Kansas City,
Yeah.
but I played in Houston for 3 seasons.
Right.
Okay.
So when we got to
And then,
Houston,
and then you went back to Kansas City. at
and I
some
went
point.
back to Kansas City. But when we got to Houston, I was like, man, I like Texas. It's a pretty nice place. I liked Houston. My football trainer, moved from Arizona to the Dallas area, to Frisco.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
So
okay.
he was training out here, and I was like, okay, I'll go out there. We got an Airbnb, and I'm training. I was like, I really like it out here. You know, I could see myself living here.
And of course, she wasn't opposed to it.
she wasn't opposed to it. And my mom actually moved down here with my sister. My sister was working for PepsiCo at the time.
Okay.
Wow.
So she was here.
Okay.
My sister was here for 3 years before we got here. My
Okay.
mom was here for 2 years before we got here.
Okay.
So they were already here in the DFW area.
Yeah.
And it just made sense. We had the kids, having that community,
You
all
got
that help when
family
we got
help,
here.
yeah.
It was
Bro.
awesome. Her parents,
Yeah.
my mom, my sister, my nieces and nephews. So that family atmosphere. And
That's how you
aspect.
keep date night going
You
right
ain't
there.
kidding,
You
man.
gotta have some help.
I'm like, man, this is nice.
Yeah.
And then we, like I said, we weren't thinking about the business at the time, but when we got to that point, he was like, this is a home run.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Man, that's amazing.
Do you ever feel like, and I don't know where you are spiritually and faith and all that kind of stuff, but do you ever feel like the whole thing is just like divinely put together for you?
100%.
Do you really?
All these opportunities have just fallen in our lap.
Yeah.
Obviously, we work hard, we have a plan, but the time is impeccable.
Yeah.
And that's God. Like that
I mean,
That
seriously.
has nothing to do with us. Like we didn't say, hey, this is gonna be the perfect time to do it. It was just we felt it, we did it, and things started happening the way they were supposed to.
Wow.
But yeah, that's divine for sure.
Oh, man.
That's amazing. So now, just catching back up, when you really started the business, you started by passing out cookies to your teammates, and then you guys were online first. Is that right?
Yeah, we started online, direct to consumer e-commerce.
Right.
And the plan was just to stay online. We
How
didn't
did you
think about
market
retail.
online if they're not tasting these amazing cookies?
That is a good question. That brother, he does it, man. He does it. Dr. Dave, do you hear that?
Factual.
Yes.
Using every opportunity you have. I mean, I had a platform at the time being an NFL player.
Right.
So every chance that I had, I talked about cookies.
Gotcha.
Did you really?
I'm in post game talking about cookies. I'm in preseason camp.
Are
talking
you
about
serious?
cookies.
Yeah.
They're asking me about questions, and I'm just using cookie
Cookies.
puns. This is how I crumble. Cookie crumbles, Just
Are you serious?
That's
constantly
how the
dropping,
cookie crumbles.
constantly mention cookies and just educating them on it and prepping them for what I was going to do post football. And then my wife on the other side, she's a food blogger, so people trusted her.
So she already had an established
People trusted
name.
her
It
in
makes
food.
sense. Yeah.
So it was just a natural
Wow.
progression.
Gotcha. Makes sense.
Bro, that is just, that's genius.
I mean,
It
it is.
That's genius.
Genius subliminal marketing.
Absolutely.
But the brother, they went to school, man. These are educated
Well,
people
we
here,
totally
so
understand that.
They use
yeah.
the gifts and talents.
Man.
So then, all right. So we know you guys were. I'm trying to make sure we get this in the right order, but So you're online, you're selling. How did you come up with the name Cookie Society? I love it.
Man, we were sitting at a round table in our kitchen, and we're just firing back and forth on names. My wife was thinking about naming it after our daughter, Joy.
Oh,
that's cool.
There's a ton of Joy bakeries
Oh,
all over the
yeah,
country.
yeah,
So I'm like,
yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
they've been really cool. And then we started thinking, I was like, what's something that's direct? Like, we're gonna sell cookies. Why not Cookie be in the name?
sounds
So
good.
we thought Social Cookie. I was
Okay.
like, okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
And then we came on Cookie Society.
Okay.
So I started searching it, researching it, trademark wise. I'm like,
It's not out there.
this in 2018. So this tells you how new the cookie industry is.
Yeah.
We got Cookie Society, the trademark, the domain, the URL, all of the tags on social media.
You got
in
everything you
2018.
need. Wow.
Everything.
In 2018.
Which is
2018.
crazy. Like
Yeah.
that's
It's
crazy.
5
You would
years
have
ago.
thought like somebody bought all the
Yeah, so I'm
such
like,
a-
this is too good to be true.
Right.
Like, all this is
Well,
available.
you're in line about the divine part.
I'm just every time
Every
I
question he answers is like some kind of.
I mean, that's what
God
I've seen though.
type.
Like when we met them, and then we have mad respect for
Yeah.
you guys and what you
Same.
guys do, and so I'm just so incredibly excited because
Oh, yeah.
so many people like they ask us like how did that happen? Like we already tell you like this is God. Like there's no other reason
we
that
try to take credit for it. We're fools.
you got to be crazy.
We
Like
can't think of all this stuff.
Good Morning America just doesn't just call. We didn't go after any of that stuff. They just called,
Yeah.
you know. So when you have these opportunities, the beauty of what I like what you guys have done is you guys strategically capitalize on your opportunities.
Yeah,
though. It
absolutely.
wasn't
Leverage
just like
the whole every
yeah,
opportunity because now so you're online.
yeah,
It's going great. You're getting out. You realize that you want to have a brick and mortar because I remember when we first met you guys. We were at the Intuit deal, and that's when you were saying we got this brick and mortar coming. We were on the panel together,
Yep.
and we were all talking. And then Oprah.
wow,
Now, is that really what blew it up? Was Oprah?
Yeah, that definitely blew it up. So you talk about divine, right?
right,
Obviously, when you think of the pandemic, you think about how tough it was on everybody in the world, not
Mm-hmm.
just this country, specifically in business.
Yeah.
It closed so many retail businesses, restaurants, hotels.
Mm-hmm.
But for some reason, it made us busier.
Same with us.
It made us busier. And not only that, we came into the industry as a brand new business birthed in the pandemic.
Yeah.
So every media outlet was interested in that.
wow,
Because it's like you're at a time where everyone else is, for lack of a better word, crumbling.
sure, that's funny.
You guys are flourishing. I mean,
Yeah.
you're online flourishing. You're actually taking up space where I'm sure at a time where it was probably easy to get a good deal on some on your
Real estate.
real estate.
Yeah.
So that's a great story. I mean, we as a people battling a pandemic, we want to hear somebody's winning.
No
Yeah.
kidding,
Yeah.
goodness.
Yeah, so we got obviously our jump start from that, all the publicity we got from that, and then 3 months into retail, we got an email from an editor from Oprah's magazine.
Wow.
I thought it was spam. I'm like, we only been in this for 3 months.
Right. Yeah.
How'd you find us? So
Yeah.
I researched the person's emails. Okay, I checked out, found them on LinkedIn. So I replied to like, hey, can you connect us with your PR?
Okay,
Okay. Okay.
yeah.
We are the PR.
Right.
I created another email. PR@cookiesociety.com.
Yeah, there it is.
Yes, how can we help you?
Honey,
I love it.
I'll take it. I'll check the PR email on Tuesdays
Right,
and
right.
Thursdays. You got Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Right. You can just change your initials. AJ. AJ at.
But that's how it worked, man. You know, being a small business owner, you wear every single hat.
You do.
Absolutely.
We were
Yeah.
doing every single thing, and that happened. We just couldn't believe it. And obviously, we got the opportunity. And from there, it's been like a rocket ship since.
Wow.
Oh.
So did you get to meet Oprah?
No, we didn't get to meet her because it was during the pandemic. It was a lot of virtual
yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
But it was still
Y'all
awesome
met her like
opportunity.
on video though. You talked to her.
Yeah, like a brief virtual deal.
Oh, that's
with her.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty sweet.
In my book, you met Oprah.
Yeah. Hey,
Hey,
you met her.
You talked to her.
I saw Oprah in passing one day while I was in Chicago. I was
did you?
That's Oprah. How's it going?
Bye.
She probably goes, "Hey, that was Jeff. He didn't have time for me. Go make your cookies, child."
Man,
Wow.
So that's pretty incredible, though. I think so. How did you guys? Was it just research, study, or have you hired like coaches or something to help you with scaling, or is that still just a continuous?
It's all been trial and error.
Okay.
Obviously,
Because you have 2 locations
Yeah,
now.
it's
we
not
have,
in-
we have 2 locations with a third. I'll talk about it later.
Oh,
coming
nice.
soon.
Nice.
I like it.
But it was all been trial and error. Like I said, the cookie industry, although dessert and like I guess specific dessert companies like I guess Sprinkles, they're the
Yeah.
first ever company to break their norm in the baking industry.
To be
Oh,
to go
yeah.
solo
To
and
be
just
solo and sell one item.
Yeah.
They did it
Oh,
with
yeah.
cupcakes, so they paved the way. Shout out to Sprinkles.
They did.
And since there have been different, you got cinnamon rolls. They're doing their own brick and mortars
Right.
now, and then cupcakes and cookies.
Right.
But no one was doing cookies, so we were like, no one can teach us how to do it because it hadn't been done yet.
Right.
So we're gonna have to figure it out, and that's what we've been doing.
Gotcha.
Wow.
So now you have the store in Frisco. It's going, blowing, going. How do you pick Addison? Like what's the? Is that something where you knew someone? You just got a good real estate deal. You knew you wanted to expand.
Heat mapping.
Okay.
I'm a huge nerd sometimes with data.
Okay.
So when we look at our customers, you can see their transactions.
Mm-hmm.
You can see based off their credit card, their zip code.
Oh,
Right.
And it
wow.
shows you exactly where people are spending money. So
Mm-hmm.
we had a huge population of people from West Plano,
Mm-hmm.
Farmers Branch, and North Dallas coming all the way to Frisco.
And Addison hits all that.
It hits all of it. It's like a
Gotcha.
corridor. You
Yep.
got family, you got tons of destinations,
Mm-hmm.
and then you got tons of business.
Yep.
So like this is the perfect place to go because those folks aren't going to have to come all the way up the toll. We can kind of meet them in the middle,
Yep.
and we'll be able to even pull more people.
Nice. What is boy?
Boy,
He wasn't
man,
just playing
you,
football. He was going to class.
man, you going to
He
school?
went to school.
Look here, you just put us on some game. That was strong.
Yeah.
We're in the process of looking at Plano actually, just
It'll be a
because
great market for you.
man, there's like so many people come from Frisco, and people are even driving from McKinney to the restaurant. We're like, why? Like you
I
come
would tell you-
You're passing like some really good barbecue. to get those.
You guys got some really good barbecue too. So
Oh,
Oh, we
thank you.
appreciate that.
and up north, if you got something good, you will get the support. So
Yeah,
rock
that's
it.
true.
That's what we like to hear.
So yeah, because we've been spending a lot more time with us being in HEB now.
Yeah.
Doing the we're up at that Frisco
Yep.
one
In
a
Plano,
lot, and then
yeah.
we're in Plano. The Frisco one's around the corner from you guys. So now, what has surprised you the most being a business owner? What's the
Yeah.
one thing that you? I mean, obviously you went to school.
Yeah.
You're a consumer, so you kind of know something, and then. But having now been these many years into being a small business owner, what has surprised you the most?
I would say what surprised me the most. I wouldn't say surprised. I expected it, but I guess I would say the toughest part is managing expectations with people,
Yeah.
Okay.
not just your customers, it's your employees,
Yeah.
your partners.
Oh yeah.
and making sure you're clear with your communication. So that's been the thing that's kind of been a work in progress, and that's how you grow. I
Yeah.
mean, you obviously have to be a great leader,
Mm-hmm.
but you also have to establish those lines of communication.
Yep.
You also have to be clear and concise in what you're saying, and make sure you're saying it the right way,
Yeah.
and putting everybody in the right direction, putting people in the right places.
Right.
And also accountability, not just with it starts with you as a leader.
Oh, 100%.
Look in the mirror, and that's been the toughest part is like, man, and I got that from sports. It's like, man, if a mistake happens, I really got to look at myself first.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
What could I have done better to make sure that didn't happen? Or
Yeah.
what didn't I communicate properly?
Yeah.
And that's hard to do for any human being is look in the mirror and say, man, I messed that up.
Yeah.
Let me fix it for you.
Yeah.
That's pretty.
That's powerful.
Yeah, that's pretty strong to be able to take that perspective, because a lot of people don't.
Yeah.
They just blame somebody else.
Mhm.
Oh, y'all didn't do it. Y'all didn't get it. That didn't happen. And it really is, as leadership, you really have to take the responsibility.
Yeah.
You got to own it.
You got to.
Whether you put your card down to buy it or not,
Right.
you got to own it. So I have another kind of in that vein, but so you guys are obviously, if you're a collegiate and professional athlete, there's a level of competitiveness that
Yeah.
comes with it.
Mm-hmm.
How does that factor in your business? I mean, you said you're friendly with other people in the dessert industry, but do you feel like you're competing, or where do you feed that part of you in business now, or is that something that you've kind of been able to separate from?
You separate from it. And in athletics, especially when you're playing at the highest level, the person you're competing with the most is yourself.
Right.
Mm.
It honestly is, because if you're spending too much time
Thinking about the other
focusing
guy.
on your competitor, you're not putting everything and pouring everything into yourself to become the best version of you.
Come on.
So, I mean, competitors obviously out there, you got to do your market research. You got to
Yeah.
know your competitor in a way, but what's most important is you.
Yeah.
So
Most of
really-
the time you beat yourself.
So what you
Wow.
so what you've translated that into what you guys. So
Yeah.
you're not necessarily looking out to see what Crumble or anybody
I'm
else
not
is
looking
doing.
at what
You're just
anybody's
trying to
doing.
be the best cookie society.
I'm trying to
every
be
day.
the best version of us. And if people can draw inspiration from that and look at us and say, hey, I can do that too, great.
Yeah,
But we're going to always focus on ourselves first and put our best foot forward.
it's very cool.
Bro,
We can kind of relate to that.
Oh, 100%.
Because when we went through our fire, we had to figure out who we were.
Yeah.
And when we were coming back, we're like, we can't go back and try to, correct. Because what's happened with us, like you mentioned, that there's this industry that you're in now is really, it's still young.
Yeah.
And there wasn't a lot of trailblazers for you to look at other than maybe a Sprinkles or something like that to follow. In our world, what's happened is barbecue's been around forever, but craft barbecue, this boutique style barbecue, this kind of cool hip thing is new, and we had to figure out where we fit in that spectrum of barbecue. And so you're at the end of the day, we kind of came to a similar conclusion: is we know who we are. People are going to compare you to whatever they want to compare you to. We can't control that. We're going to be the best version of what we are and who we are, and not try to necessarily go match the craft guys, because that's not what we do, and that's not who our market is. But you can't control it. Someone's going to always compare you to something, whether you want to be compared to it or not.
Definitely. I mean, we get to compare it all the time. Like, it's a copycat Crumble. Like, honestly, like, it's just
Really?
just a coincidence, honestly. But
you guys start at the same time.
we started around
They
the
just
same
grew a
time. They
little
just
faster.
scale. They're bigger
Yeah.
and more markets. So obviously, there's power in that.
Yeah.
The scalability of it and people seeing it on every corner.
Yeah.
But like you said, like I said, it's focusing on yourself, and not only that, doing what you do best.
Gotcha.
And there are advantages that we have culturally. There's things that we can do that they can never
100%.
do.
Facts.
100%.
Stuff that you can't relate to, and then that we're bringing to the masses
Yep.
based upon our experience as children.
And it's authentic.
And it's authentic. It's true.
And so when that authenticity is put on display, it's over.
Yeah.
It's
People are
over.
I mean, it's
People gravitate to that too.
people are going to gravitate to it.
Man, let me ask you a question. How has it been for you for hiring? Like,
Yeah, it was a point in time where it was really
Okay.
It was man, it was tough. No, seriously.
we understand.
I'll give you some numbers. It was a time, I forget, this was probably like 8 months ago.
Okay.
We put up an Indeed posting.
Okay.
We had 80 hits on it, confirmed interviews, and
Yes,
one
sir.
person showed up.
Yep.
Out of those 80 people.
Come
Yep.
on. Yes, sir.
And it's what's
Yes, sir.
crazy is it's at every level.
Every
Yeah.
level.
I'm talking to Richard Chamberlain one day, and he told me that he had because he has Chamberlain's. He closed the seafood place, but they sell the steak shop.
Mhm.
And he was like, I had like 12 sous chefs apply. They set up appointments. One showed up.
No, this is real.
It's like it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're going to be making whatever your price point
Pastry
is.
chef, sous chef,
It doesn't
executive.
matter.
Yeah.
It's like
Dishwasher.
and we've gotten really creative with it. It's the obvious. It's easier now. There are a lot more people on the market now.
Right.
right.
But we've gotten creative with. I mean, we offer benefits now.
Yeah.
Our pay wages are great, especially in the market that we're in,
Right.
and also the flexibility that we have. We offer a 4-day work week for majority of our workers.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we're operating 7 days a week, but depending
Yeah.
on your schedule, you're working 4 days at most.
That makes sense. I always wonder why I never see the same person when we
Yeah.
go over there.
Yeah.
We've
because we've been in there
we've been
together
a few
We'll
times.
go over after we finish up at HEB sometimes.
Yeah.
We hardly ever
Yeah,
see
so
the
they're
same.
just splitting and they switch shifts, but
Yeah.
it's
Got it.
always 4 days.
Keeps them fresh though.
Keeps you fresh, and,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
everybody gets the opportunity for at least half the month to have their weekends.
yeah. And then you can
I like
hustle
that.
if you really are hustling. You can go have another job part time somewhere and make those other 2 or 3 days up.
Wow.
That's cool.
Man.
I think I have one more question.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna get into the last. We're gonna round this out with the fun stuff. But
Okay.
You gotta help me out, bro. 70 flavors.
120 now.
Oh
We're
my.
at 120.
120
So is it like a calendar thing where you
Flex.
know when
as
you're
a
gonna
full flex, right?
Like
I
that's
love
just
it.
that's just like an embarrassment of creativity there.
Yeah,
I like it.
it's just a constant pushing the envelope.
Yeah.
I don't develop any of the recipes. But
I'm sure you're the official taster, though.
I'm the official taster.
Yes, sir.
And I grew up a fat kid.
Hey.
You know? So,
No.
you know,
You have a distinguished palate.
yeah, that too. I have a distinguished palate. You know, I know what tastes good.
Right.
And the innovativeness, a lot of the things that are being done now in the snack industry, I was doing back in '98.
Oh, they didn't know.
They didn't know it. You know, I've been doing this for a minute.
Back in '98,
Back in
was
98.
already doing this.
You know, so just that and just thinking things that, like I said, from our experience as children,
Yeah.
and culture. I mean, the honey butter biscuit cookie.
Oh,
Obviously, that's something that we grew up as black folks eating for breakfast.
Yep.
straight up.
Biscuits with honey and butter.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Say the cupcake,
Yeah.
bruh. I was
cupcake
just
cookie?
telling Juan, I was like, we were. Was
Oh, the
it was
cupcake
it both of
cookie?
us that
Yeah.
went together? Yeah, we saw.
I bought one for Pauline, but
Yeah.
I didn't try it.
Yeah.
She liked it a lot, though.
I was like, dude, they got the swirl that's on top of the cupcake, on top of the cookie.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Straight creativity.
No, I think the creativity is, I think that's one of the just things that separate. That's one of your points
Yeah.
of difference. Is that,
yeah.
I mean, I'll give y'all an exclusive here.
Uh-oh.
Right now today.
Exclusive. Right
Wait a minute.
now.
Wait a minute. Breaking news.
news.
Breaking news.
Drop like that Funkmaster Flex bomb or something. If you got that. We had the so in July it's National Ice Cream Month.
Okay.
So the entire menu is inspired by ice cream flavors. So,
Oh, my goodness.
Strawberry milkshake,
What?
butter pecan.
Say, bro, I'm trying to be on a diet right now.
Yeah.
Say less. on butter
peanut-
pecan.
Do you realize our dad's favorite ice cream was butter pecan?
That was his favorite.
Yeah, my mama, my granddaddy, my grandma, my mom,
Your mom?
Yeah.
my
favorite.
mother-in-law, everybody. Butter pecan,
Butter pecan.
and then we got peanut butter sundae,
Okay.
Oh, my.
and then birthday cake and ice cream. Those are
Yes.
the flavors. This is my all brand new
All
flavors from
brand
Cookie
new.
Society, and 3 of those 4 flavors have never been done before in the cookie industry.
Wow.
Say, man.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
Say, man.
I'm strawberry shortcake or is it strawberry
Strawberry milkshake.
milkshake.
Yeah.
You know how
That's
I'm about
y'all.
shakes.
That's just your thing.
I'm a shake guy.
Oh, yeah.
And then in honor of dad, I got
You got
give
to.
some butter pecan.
Yeah, it's amazing.
We
Yeah,
probably
like
just
that.
need to buy some for the team and bring them back.
We might have to do it.
Field trip.
We might need to video this because it's
Yeah.
never been done.
It's high quality content.
This is new stuff. Like when you got stuff this new, you gotta document that.
You got to document it.
God,
We're in.
Well, shout out to Cookie Society for being so dope,
Man.
just straight dope.
So what's great is that it's a great product. It's a great family,
Yeah.
and you know they're just cool people.
You know, one of the, and I know we're getting ready to go to the 7 shots, but one of the things that you just said a minute ago, the creativity. Like I don't think people understand how powerful creativity is.
Yes.
That is the essence of, I know what our gifting is, just creativity. I mean, you know, the stuff that we come up with for the state fair, I mean, that's just creativity. Dr. Day is a musical genius.
I do what I can.
He's got music. He does all kind of great, but the creativity is the key.
You know, you just sparked an idea for me
There it is.
because here's the thing.
Yeah.
We collaborated on the shoebox lunch, and,
Yeah.
and that was really cool. We got a lot of. I hope y'all got good feedback from
We
it.
got
We
great
got
feedback.
great feedback.
Oh, cool. Very cool.
We might have to get in the lab for the fair.
We need a cookie. We need a savory cookie.
We need
A brisket cookie.
Let's not say too much.
We won't say that. Edit that out of there. And we need something fun, you know.
Because we're in the fair stuff's coming, and you know we do that every year. We have to, because they're so creative, and they bring a different element to it than what we bring.
And then Marissa's a recipe specialist.
Well,
she'll figure it out.
Yeah, so I think we have some. Woo! Can you
we
imagine?
need-
And then the other part is they have the ability to create.
Produce
it.
Oh.
So we can come up together with something.
You can make as many cookies as you need.
Oh God! Okay, all right. So you getting me too excited?
You got me,
I fully support
Can
this.
I am
what you
fully-
feeling, Dr. Day? What you
I
feeling?
Literally might
Come on
shut
now.
down because
Yeah.
my brain's exploding. right now.
No doubt.
We got to do it because one of our dreams is to be in the state fair,
Oh,
Well, hey,
but
let's.
we're not ready for that yet. But
that's
when
some
we can
volume.
collaborate,
there.
we can
That's-
do it.
Yeah.
Oh man! All right,
We
look,
can get your foot in.
look,
Yeah.
look. Done deal.
Done.
Say less.
Say no that. And
Say
seriously,
less.
You got to pull that out.
Say
'Cause that was good
less.
stuff.
That
All right, so we
first
do
one.
this thing where we it's a quick fire. It's a quick fire. So your first reaction, quickest answer. I had it set up to ask both of you, so this is all for you, I think.
Okay.
Actually, no, my last question's gonna not work, but it's okay. We'll have fun with it anyway.
Right.
All right. So you ready? It's your whatever comes to the top.
Is it one word or?
It can be a phrase.
Okay.
It's just
Just trying to get ready. Let me see what I got. What I got, baby. What
I
I
don't want
got?
to say nothing crazy. That's all.
it's the first thing that comes to your mind when you hear this. All right. So you lived in Illinois. You live in Texas. Which do you prefer? Extreme heat, extreme cold?
Extreme heat.
Nice.
Wow.
Hey, I'm with him. See.
Really?
I need
Really?
cold.
All right. We'll come back to the why after. We'll go through all of them. All right. So I had this set up for you guys. Better all around athlete, you or Marissa?
And we have this argument all the time. I mean, it depends on how you classify athleticism.
Okay.
So
If you talk about me pound for pound, me.
You
Gotcha.
You know, but her, she was special.
okay. All
got.
right.
She was nice
She
out
was
there.
nice. She was nice out there.
All right.
Obviously, she looked a lot better movement wise than I did, but I was a big guy.
That goes without saying. I mean, come on. So all right. So we'll come back to that too. Peach cobbler or banana pudding?
Peach cobbler.
Nice.
Better sport, football or football?
Football. Football. American football.
American football. Good Morning America or Today Show?
Good morning, America.
Oh wow.
Sea bass or ribeye?
Sea bass.
Ooh yes. Come on.
Come on, culture.
Oh, this is
Man,
the
I
one
think
that-
we just became best friends.
This is the one that was really set up for the two of them.
Okay.
Cowboys or Chiefs?
Chiefs.
Oh, yeah.
She gonna say Chiefs too. We got a ring.
Hey, look. Got a ring.
I can't even argue with it.
Hey, capital. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, I will say this though.
Yeah.
No disrespect to the Cowboys.
Yeah,
'cause
yeah.
When they good, we all good. So keep winning.
Yeah.
Keep rooting for the Cowboys.
Nah, that's right. Yeah,
No.
hey, kid, man.
Well, I just knew that
Look.
growing up, she was a Cowboys fan. I was curious to see where she landed now.
Oh, she a Chiefs fan.
Chiefs fan. But I gotta say this real quick.
Yeah.
Okay, so if the Cowboys were to go to the Super Bowl, do you realize how much that affects all of our business?
Oh my God.
Do you
I'll be
do
rooting
you-
for them every
Oh,
year.
my
Let's
God.
do it.
Do you
G-Wagon.
understand? Look, hey, if the Cowboys make it to the Super Bowl,
It's-
you know,
it's game
do you
changing.
understand
Listen,
the volume
would
that
be
we will
enough-
all have?
There wouldn't be enough brisket in North
Oh,
Texas.
Seriously,
man.
you're probably. I mean, no, that's
Seriously, like, because you're talking about each round, you know,
Playoffs and
if
then
they
the biggest
really
game of
had,
the year.
oh man,
yeah, and it's one of the biggest food holidays of the year. It's Super Bowl. So,
that's right.
Most people don't realize you think it's Thanksgiving or Christmas. It's Super Bowl.
Super Bowl.
is a food, and we're in the kind of food that people are going to want to eat.
They want it.
You want some brisket.
That's right.
And you want some dessert.
You
Yep.
daggum
And
right.
so it's like, where are you getting the cookies? Where are you getting your beef, chopped beef?
Yeah.
You're coming to us. So awesome. That was very cool. I did have one. So you say what would Marissa say on the football?
She's gonna say soccer.
She's
gonna
gonna
say
Yeah,
football.
Yeah.
So are you a soccer fan at all?
I only started liking soccer because I liked her.
Hey,
Honestly, and that's how I learned it.
True.
I started going to her games. I was like, I don't know nothing about this, so I got FIFA from the video game
yes,
store.
sir.
I started learning players. I'm like, Henri.
Yeah.
That's right.
I started saying stuff. I'm like, I don't know none of these people. Messi, I know him now, but at the time, I was just trying to impress her.
Just trying to be sweet with it. Boy, that boy
Ronaldo.
come with some nice game. Boy, I love it.
I like it. I was a big Ronaldo fan.
Yeah.
He was like my favorite soccer player till
I was
now.
Pele.
I mean Pele, but
I know,
we
I
didn't grow
just-
up watching Pele.
I just all I knew. Like,
I mean,
you know, I was playing
Ronaldo,
soccer.
I lived in Europe when Ronaldo was at his peak.
Oh, so you got to
yeah, he
Flex.
experienced it.
See, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm
Flex.
Not a
saying?
flex. Hey, this was
It is.
amazing.
Full flex.
This was amazing, and thank you so much for doing this.
Nah, I
We
appreciate you having me.
Man, thank you so much, Jeff. We appreciate you, man. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Dropping knowledge.
Drop it. Look, man, he was dropping wisdom, relationship
so now y'all need to go to
game.
Cookie Society and buy you some cookies.
Yes.
because you got wisdom for free.
That was free.
That was all free.
I'm trying
Listen,
to see what the rest
before
of my
we
day
go,
looks
though.
Oh,
like.
you,
Yeah.
you had a new location.
Got a new location.
yeah.
Coming to South Lake in August.
Woo!
Yeah,
South
yeah,
Lake
South Lake.
in August.
In
That's
August.
this summer.
Oh,
This
that's
Getting
summer
closer
coming
and
soon.
closer.
So
No,
July
that's-
we got ice cream inspired flavors for National Ice Cream Month, and then in August we are busting out a
In
new store.
South Lake.
That's
Bruh.
awesome.
But that's not why I cut y'all off.
What's that?
I just wanted to say thank you to you guys, man.
Oh, man.
Because we don't give each other flowers enough. Y'all give each other flowers all the time.
We
so I
appreciate
appreciate
it.
that. But for you guys, man, to take the time to pour into people. And at the time when we met y'all into it, we were brand new.
Yeah.
Y'all are willing and able to answer any question that we had,
100%.
and y'all are both the reason why we do that right now.
Oh,
cool.
man.
That's
Y'all-
awesome.
And we've had other people that come in our lives that are similar, have been willing to help.
Wow.
So continue to do that.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
and we call it compound impact, man. Reach one, teach one.
Yep.
Oh.
Because you never know who you're going to affect, and y'all affected us in a positive way. So I appreciate you.
Praise God. That's
Man,
awesome, man.
Man,
Thank you
blessings
for
on
saying
you,
that.
man. Thank you for
Absolutely.
that, man.
Appreciate
That's,
you.
man. God, dog, that brother. Trying to get the brother crying. I ain't no crying on no podcast. They ain't gonna get me, dog. They ain't gonna get me.
Come on, Bishop.
They got you on
Raise the
TV
offering.
once.
Yeah. Hallelujah. No, that was good. Compound impact.
Compound impact.
Compound
Just like
impact.
compound interest. It's just with
Yeah.
people.
Compound impact.
Bruh, I'm finna write that down.
Write that
That's
down.
powerful.
That's a T-shirt.
That's powerful.
'Cause
Factual.
That's real stuff.
That's powerful.
We can relate that back to our team.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, guys, this has been another Pretty Funny podcast. We appreciate you hanging out with us. Special shout out to Jeff and Marissa for Cookie Society. You guys, go to the closest one near you.
And see, the thing is, there's more coming. But the thing about it is, you now already knew the cookies were great.
Yes,
Now you know the people behind the cookies are great.
100%.
That is
Facts.
always helps. I like spending my money with people that I like.
Hey man,
So I'm gonna do it.
you sow seed on fertile soil.
On fertile soil.
And with this family, man, this is super fertile soil.
Absolutely.
All right, y'all. As Juan always says,
Don't stop till you get enough.
however,
If you find that you've had your fill, we highly recommend that you shut it down.
back up off of it.
Cut it out.
Let it breathe.
Don't do it no more.
Yes, sir. Peace out, y'all.
Say goodnight to Mama.
Good night, mama.
This program was brought to you by Smokey John's Barbecue Sauce and Barbecue Rub.
It's for your meat.